What's up everyone, Gids here for another Summoners War Chronicles video, and today let's talk about things that you might have missed from the update released into global servers yesterday. Okay, so let's go. Alright, first up, of course, you're already seeing it here. We have the new Summoner Soleta over here. So mine's still level 57. And if you didn't know yet, you can actually skip the main quest. That's why a lot of people have just easily power leveled. So just go to your quest, and then up here there should be a button where you can actually just complete quests using crystals. Now, for the crystals, here are the costs. So Act 1, it's going to cost you 500 crystals, and this one gives you 300 crystals back. Okay, Act 2 will cost you 750 crystals, 300 crystals back, and then Act 3 is 1000 crystals, 300 crystals you get back again, and then Act 4 is 15, right? 1500 crystals to complete everything, and then you get 300 back. At Act 5 you get you spend I think 2000, 2000 crystals, and then you get back 300 crystals. And then Act 6 is Contana, wherein you spend 2000 crystals again and you get back 1000. After you finish all these things, you also have area explorations stuff over here, wherein I think you get around 2300 more crystals. So all in all, you spend over 7,750 crystals. You get back around 4,500, so effectively you spent around 2,000 to 3,000, somewhere around that range amount of crystals. So I think that's a really good steal for the amount of time that you don't want to spend on doing the main quest. I don't know. If you enjoy doing the main quest, I mean, it's up to you if you want to do the main quest, right? But it's going to take you about a day to complete almost everything. That's why for most of us, we already just completed it with the use of the crystals that we got from the previous events. Alright, so that's it with the new summoner. So if you want to check out the skills, I think you should be able to access this already over here, right? I myself have not read on it yet. I'm not yet sure if I'm going to switch to Soleta yet, but we'll see in the coming weeks. Okay, the next new thing that was added into the game is the soul connection. Okay, so soul connection over here, this is the interface. So if you go to your monsters, right, so menu, monster, and then connection down here on the lower left. So you will see here two things, right? First, on the left side, this is where you put in the monster that you have awake 15 and max skilled. Okay, this will be your max skilled awake 15 monster, and then on the right side is the soul connection monster. So what does soul connection mean? Soul connection basically means whoever is on this right side over here will also become an awake 15 monster and will have max skills as well. But the thing that you have to take note here is it's only supposed to be the same class, right? So since Espino over here is an awake 15 max skilled archer, you can only link him to another archer. So if you use an assassin monster over here on the left side, you can only link an assassin monster. If it's a warrior, then warrior, mage, so on and so forth. You can do this every day or once a day. You have a 24-hour cooldown, but if you want to deactivate, you can deactivate it anytime. But you will still have to wait for the cooldown before you can soul connect another monster. Okay, you can see here Mostaza is here because the next thing that's new is Battlefield. Okay, because you can see here in Battlefield we now have a power limit of 350k, and I think I've shown you guys Mostaza before already, and this guy is a menace in Battlefield right now. Instantly kills Cleaves and Orbias. Well, sometimes Orbias get to put their spell shield up, their passive spell shield up, but Mostaza is so amazing over here. And these are the stats. Well, this is on my alt, this is on Soleta, that's why his stats are not looking that good. But he's on triple attack and a little 100% crit rate, a little bit of crit damage. But this is already enough to pop Cleaves that are trying to push you. Okay, the only problem is if they have invincibility, you're gonna have a tough time. You will not be one-shotting anyone, but this one's so fun. Next up, we have a new guild content, Guild Infinite Raid. So if you go to your guild and then up here, from Guild Siege Battle, Guild Raid, and Guild Infinite Raid. So this is the Guild Infinite Raid. So basically, you just want to be defeating as many monsters as you can within 3 minutes. So you're going to be ranked based on the number of, or based on the score that you get over here. For me, I was able to get to 2.5M, and this is like my first try doing this one. But yeah, I haven't optimized any teams yet, but I think I recommend going for ranged monsters over here, or AoE monsters probably. I'm not sure yet, but you know, test it out for your monsters, and probably you'll be able to reach 4M like these guys in our guild right now. Right? Another new thing in the guild, so if you go to the guild town, you'll be able to find this tower over here. So guild profession research tower level. Okay, so this is where you can contribute to the guild, where you craft this thing right here, this item called Carpenter's Hammer, in order to upgrade this thing. Okay, so if you go to your profession processing, it should be over here. It's a new item, right? This one. So you can craft this daily 5 times, right? And the effect is that it gives you this thing, discount crafting, which can be super helpful later on once you start working on your legend gems in alchemy, right? Because these things are super expensive. It's like 2 million plus for each of the gems. So the more discounts that we can get for the guild town, the better, right? So this is tied with your guild. So if you're in an active guild, make sure to donate every day, craft the hammers every day, and then work on these things, these materials, and then donate every day, right? Not gonna go through the guild siege battle stuff because I'm still not too into guild siege right now. So the next one on our list is Rupture. Rupture rewards has been improved, so more gold, more skystone, and now it consumes 30 energy whenever you enter this, so you can actually enter this one infinitely as long as you have energy. So this is a very good way to farm your skystone, gold, and even XP for your Soleta. Another one over here on the dungeons, Seal will now only require you 3 players to be in the party, no longer 6 players. Okay, so it's going to be probably a little bit much easier to find players. I haven't tried it yet, but I have to, right? I will have to try it soon because I'm not sure how fast we can now start clearing this thing. And then another new thing over here is Illusion Garden. Illusion Garden is the replacement to the secret dungeons. So now we have Illusion Garden where we have 7 weekly entries and we have 7 different levels that we can enter. So it's basically almost the same as the previous secret dungeon, so just grind this one out. It starts to get harder the higher level you go, because this thing actually spams her ult and you need to have unrecoverable plus something on your team. Okay, but yeah, it seems like a fun content, plus 7 times a week, so you can just do this once per day and you're good, right? You get a lot of pieces that you can use to upgrade your Harp Magicians or use it on Exchange Pieces shop. Also, in the future, they are planning to introduce other elements of the Harp Magicians, so stay tuned to that. So I don't really recommend using up all the pieces because there might be a really good Harp Magician on the Wind, Water, and Fire elements. So we'll see in the future. Alright. Next thing is the thing that I'm most annoyed about, which is on Galagos Ruins, because this just makes it so much harder for Kina players now. I feel bad for newbie Kina players that are coming into the game, or low powered Kina players, because they changed the energy system for Galagos Ruins. So monsters will now have 10 energy. The thing is, whenever you enter a normal stage, it's going to require your monsters 3 energy. An elite stage will require 5 energy, and the boss stage is going to require 7 energy, which is super expensive. Like, legit, it was super expensive. I had a hard time trying to clear this one, but it's still doable for me, right? I completed up to 4th floor until the boss for Kina. So I used Kina, but what I did was I soloed floors 1 and 2 with full debuffs, which is so annoying because you can't really use a lot of monsters. But what I have discovered is that if you have a lot of good monsters, you can actually start using monsters at around 3rd floor. At around 3rd floor, I still tried to save up monsters. I used like 1 or 2 monsters only. But yeah, it's possible for you using monsters if you have a lot of monsters built by around floor 3. Okay, so you can see here, I still have a lot of energies. But still, it's really going to be hard, especially if you don't have a lot of cleansers, right? Cleansers are very important in this game. Cleansers and strips, right? Cleansers like Vela Jewel, Shushu, Lulu, Juno, right? Those kinds of monsters are very limited now because you can like probably use them up to 3 to 4 times and that's it, right? You do have the towers in third floor and fourth floor that will recover energy. The problem is that it only recovers 2 energy for 5 monsters of the same element. So it's wise to use same element monsters in the beginning if you're starting off at around third floor, starting to use your monsters, so that once you start going to the towers and recovering your energy, at least you know which monsters you get to recover energy from. But yeah, this is still a very annoying change that only realistically affects Kina players, because Cliff and Orbia can just solo this thing. And this is PvE, like no one cares, right? But looks like Come to Us just really hates Kina players. Least wanted child, maybe? I don't know, but yeah. Okay, another new good thing is that when you go to your monster book, you will see this thing up here, right? So monster books, you'll see Wisdom of Fire, Wisdom of Water, Wisdom of Wind, Light, and Dark. So what are these for? So basically, each of these things are book levels or similar to monster pieces that you can give to monsters to get additional book levels on them. So you can see here, my Laika is now on book level 12 because I've used 199 pieces of the Wisdom of Fire over here. Now, if we go to your water over here, Sharon is now book level 14 because I used 170 over here, 170, and then we have Espino with 20 in use. Right, so I think the maximum that you can have for the wisdom thingies is around 200, right? 200, so that's usually enough to get to one awake 15 monster to book level 14. Like, for example, here we have Sharon, and for the wind, I think I have Sir Acteon, right? And then Light Dark, we still don't have enough because this one, you can get this one by summoning 5-star monsters. So we haven't summoned enough Light and Dark 5-star monsters yet to get a monster to book level 15 or 14. So I have Frigate over here with book level 11 so far. And for Light, I only have Kichan Dashen. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. With book level 7. And by the way, you can reuse this one, or you can just reset this one for 500k gold, right? You can reallocate them if you did not like the monster that you put the pieces on. So another good source of power. Okay, next up, collection challenge. We have a new collection challenge for week 2. So this, we can get 2 5-star devil mons, right? Once you complete it, and one over here. So this is going to require you runes. So easiest way to farm this one is to go to your book, creature book, and go to Contana, right? Go to Contana, look for the boss monsters. Personally, I go to this guy, Requiem's Call Musician, and just AFK farm over there overnight until I have enough runes that I can feed to the collection challenge. Okay, so another new stuff over here, equipment overlay. So we can now craft equipment overlay. So these are basically the weapons that we have from before, but you can now craft them, right? And they give an extra set effect now. So if you go to your outfit effect, you'll be able to see here there are some equipments that you can have 6 sets or 4 sets, right? So these are 4 sets and these are 6 sets. So once you complete all the costume plus the weapons, you'll be able to have a tier. So it's not showing up here because I don't own any of the costumes right now, but you can just check it out yourselves, right? But yeah, there are 4 sets and there are 6 sets. So additional bonus stats when you complete or when you craft outfits for the weapon and sub-weapons over here. So additional stats again for monsters and summoners. Okay, so there are just a few changes that happened with regards to Path of Adventure, Path of Training, and Subjugation. These things no longer drop the Energy of Transcendence stuff, right? For the Transcendence pieces. So they no longer drop it. So anything in Path of Growth no longer drops that. And all of those have been transferred into Expedition, right? Even in Path of Adventure, where you farm these things and raids, you don't drop them there anymore. So you can get them from Expedition now. Okay, and another thing, I think I forgot to mention this in Profession, but there's a lot of new stuff here that you can do, right? So all these things are now craftable. Okay, so it's not going to be as hard to get them anymore. And you have this thing right here that's used to craft outfit or the weapon outfits. A few things that also changed. Energy recharge has been changed from 1 energy per 7 minutes to 1 energy per 5 minutes. So it's going to be much faster to recharge your energy now, which is better. So we can enter a lot of stuff much more now. Another new good thing is area dungeons. These things over here, you can now do quick battles on this one. So it's the same concept as other quick battles. You just have to have 20% more power than the dungeon recommended power level. Okay, so that's pretty much it, I think, for the things that you might have missed in the previous update. If you have more stuff that you want to share, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and see you again next time. Bye-bye.